In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at my favorite VSTs going into 2020. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Sweet Scale TV. Welcome to a brand new year. I'm really excited about this episode. I'm really excited about this year. But before we go on any further, I need to say thank you to every person that supported, showed me love, left a comment, left a like. Man, like I started 11 months ago, and to think that we're 1,000 subscribers and the love and the support keeps coming in. Thank you very much. You guys made 2019 an incredible year. So during the holidays, there were plenty of sales on VSTs. I bought one, then I bought another one, and I kept buying, and I have like 7 or 8 brand new VSTs. Looking back now, I'm really happy I did so because, man, I feel like I'm really inspired to create a ton of beats and new live performances that I've never done that sound different, are creative. So I'm really happy that I bought these VSTs, and I figured, well, there's no point in keeping this all to myself. I want to be able to share this with the music community. We're just going to scratch the surface of each and every VST. Throughout the year, I'll be going more in depth on each and every VST, whether it is a review or making a beat or a live performance. So hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification, because anything I learn, anything I find out, I'm going to be sharing. Let's check out my favorite VSTs. So I got 8 VSTs I'm really digging right now. So I guess that would be a top 8. The 2 honorable mentions are Lethal and Analog Lab 4. Analog Lab 4 is a VST from Arturia. The reason why they're not like my top 10 are because they're not VSTs I go to on the regular. Lethal, I feel, is more of like an EDM type of VST. I think it's good. I still, like I said, I need to spend some more time with it before I can rate it in a top 10. And I like Analog Lab 4, but I find it's really CPU intensive and it just takes too long for sounds to load. And I'm using a Mac with 16 gigs of RAM in it. And when you're trying to create, you don't want to be sitting there waiting for sounds to load, just checking your phone and getting distracted. You just want to like work on beats. So that's why I don't consider it a top 10. I do think once I pick up my 2020 MacBook Pro and I'm going with 64 gigs of RAM, I'll probably enjoy Analog Lab 4 a lot more because I won't have any issues with loading sounds. But I wanted to give them a quick shout out. I do think they're good VSTs. Just need to do a little more research with them. So here are the top 8. Number 8, Pigments by Arturia. I really enjoy this VST. Matter of fact, the beat you heard in the intro was made by using Pigments. I also do find Pigments does use up a lot of CPU, not as much as Analog Lab. There's so much you can do with Pigments. It's got 2 engines. You can have 2 different filters, combinations. Another thing I really like, I've got my Rolly C-board over here. The C-board uses MPE, which I don't even remember what it stands for right now, but I could use Pigments. I could turn on the MPE and go ahead and use my Rolly C-board, and that could create a crazy performance. So I really do like Pigments. It's got some great sounds. Like I said, I'm not going to jump into too many different sounds. I might give you guys 1 or 2 per VST because I don't want this video to be too long. You got all these different styles. You got filters. Look at all these filters I could use. Bass, brass, keys, leads. This VST right here is probably like a secret. Like, I don't feel like a lot of people know, but it's really cool. And once again, I use this VST to make this beat, or the beat you heard in the intro. Trap Soul VST from Modern Producers. This right here, I think it's on sale for like 25 bucks. It doesn't come with much, I'll admit that. But what I really enjoy about this VST are the vocal effects. So that's just one sound from Trap Soul. Like I said, it doesn't come with much, but you don't pay for much with it. It's $25. What can you get for $25 now? That's just like, that's like going to the movies. I know I'm gonna use it anytime I'm making a beat. I'll probably check out Trap Soul real quick to see if I can find a vocal sample I really like. It might be a one shot, it might be one note, and that's it, but it's really dope. It's easy to use. There's nothing complicated about it, so I put it in my top 8. At number 6, we got Nexus. Now, I did a whole review on Nexus when it first came out. I think I made it about 2-3 weeks ago. I still like it. Got some really great sounds. I got the starter pack, which was $250, and it comes with almost 4,000 sounds. So it's dope. I'm not gonna go in depth with it because I've already covered it, and I'll put the link in the description, or I'll attach that episode to this video so you can check that out. I got my top 30, my favorite sounds. There's a lot to work with. This is where it gets really fun. Moving into the top 5, we got the vocal VST called Exhale from Output. I've seen a lot of producers use it. This thing is crazy good. I picked up all the expansion packs, all the different instruments from Output. They had a sale that I couldn't pass up on. I also like analog brass and winds. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Over 500 sounds to check out. But this is the bad boy right here, Exhale. This thing is powerful. So I'm gonna do a more in-depth review on Exhale some other time, but quickly want to show you, you can use the notes, loops. I feel like a DJ when I'm doing this. It's so hard to rank these VSTs because they are so good, and we haven't even cracked the top 4. Let's do the top 4 right now. I got this for free. Well, I got one more day, and then I still gotta start paying. So the way I got it for free is Output. No, not Output. Splice. Splice has, and they're not paying me to say this, I wish they were, but Splice has Serum available where you can pay monthly, but they give you the first 3 days for free. So what I'd recommend, they give you 3 days for free, 72 hours to check it out, and after that they would charge your credit card $10 for $10 a month. So after your first 3 days, if you're still on the fence, just pay $10 for it for a month. And then you can decide if you want to keep it or not. If you do want to keep it, you pay $10 for I think 19 months. Or if you know you really like it, you can just go pay it off whenever you want. So I picked it up 2 days ago. Still have one more day. They're gonna charge me tomorrow, which I mean I already know I'm gonna pay it off. I'm gonna buy it. I really like the leads. I feel like when I do live performances or I want to add a lead in my beats, Serum is up there in terms of VSTs I'll use. I didn't purchase any custom pads or custom sounds. This is straight what comes out the box, and I really like what comes out the box right away. That's rich. We got 2 different oscillators, filters. I could change the effects, turn off some reverb, add some chorus. Just by clicking on it, it's just super easy to use. If I don't want to get rid of distortion, click it. It's just fairly simple. This next VST is also new to me, and this is the Chord Triton VST. Anyone that's a keyboardist will know. I don't want to just say anyone that's a keyboardist, but I mean the Triton is a keyboard, and they created a VST, and this VST has so many amazing sounds, just whether it be synths, basses. It's so easy to operate. I saw the Chord Triton VST, and all I did was listen to the sounds. Then when I got it, it was super easy to use. Here we are in the global setting. You go over to browse, and here are all your different sounds. It comes with 3,000 sounds, which is plenty for you to work with. What I really like about the Chord VST is the categories and characters. And I like the fact that I'm able to scroll through with my keyboard. This keyboard right here, I'm just able to scroll through, go left and right, up and down. Small things like that make a big difference in terms of workflow. Love the organs. Organs sound really good here. got brass. Let's check out brass. This right here is my ultimate favorite synth of all time. Listen. So number 3 and number 2 were very close. Native Instruments Contact is my second favorite VST because although I love the Korg Triton and it comes with so many different sounds, I feel like it's a toss-up between 2 and 3. But the reason why I gave the edge to Native Instruments Contact is because with Contact you can actually have a rack. You can open up Contact and have 16 different sounds available without having to open up 16 different channels of Contact. This is what I mean right here. I got the Alicia Keys piano pulled up, then I have a gospel organ pulled up, strings, bass, guitar, cello, flute, and all these sounds, they sound authentic, they sound real. And it's nice to have synths. Sometimes when I want to create an R&B track, I just want some like authentic instruments. And I find that the Alicia Keys piano, maybe I'm biased because I've been in love with Alicia Keys, but this keyboard, you guys tell me, this keyboard or this piano, whatever it is, this plugin just sounds so rich. Then we got this organ. I used to play organ in church. I can't say used to, I guess if they ever asked me to play in church, I can play organ. And I like this organ because you have the drawbars. You can also turn off the Leslie. Next we got the strings that sound authentic. Fun fact, I used to play bass before I became a keyboardist, so bass has always been important to me. Not using a lot of CPU, and I have all these different instruments loaded up. And last but not least, you already know what it is, Omnisphere. No questions asked, Omnisphere is the best VST. If you're looking for some Omnisphere sounds, I made 2 videos about Omnisphere. So one of the first VSTs I picked up, I went through every Omnisphere preset and I ranked every single sound from 1 to 5, and then did a second video showing you guys my top 25 sounds. I'll put a link to that video in the description or card or something like that. 25 banger sounds. So that rounds out my top VSTs in 2020. I scratched the surface of each and every VST, but I'll be using them each and every time I make beats from scratch or remixes or live performances. And knowing myself, I'll probably do reviews on most of them, if not all of them. So hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification, because I'll be sharing all the goods with you guys. Now I'm gonna say this, do not go and buy all these different VSTs all at once. I did it, I bought like 5 or 6, but they were all on sale. Matter of fact, a lot of these VSTs I checked out in the summer and I just waited for them to go on sale. So my recommendation would be start with 1 or 2 VSTs. I've had Omnisphere and Native Instruments for like a year and a half now, so those I didn't just buy. The Korg VST was on sale, Nexus was on sale, Output, Exhale was on sale. Everything I got was basically on sale. So me having more VSTs does not make me a better producer. It just gives me more options, but doesn't make me a better or worse producer. So you having them or not having them is not the difference between you being a great producer and not being a great producer. So that was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and more importantly, I'm hoping you guys found some VSTs to make some banger beats or live performances or remixes, whatever you guys wanted. It's your boy Cedric from Sweet Scale TV. Thanks for checking out the video. Happy New Year. I'll see you guys in the next episode.